So, any other assholes totally hooked on this Johnny Depp trial, or is it just me?
Sort of.
Oh my God, I'm fascinated. He just spent 4 days on the stand. He just ended his time on the witness stand Monday.
By the way,
yeah,
that's because he talks so fucking slow.
Oh yeah, he has that weird.
Could have been wrapped up.
If that were Ben Shapiro, would have been
a day and a half tops.
before lunch, day one. They would have been fucking. They would have settled.
We got a Kyle thing for that coming out.
Oh, you got a Shapiro, or you got a?
Oh, Kyle does Johnny Depp now. So we've
good.
been working on that very topic.
It's so funny
Fabulous.
because Kyle's like, I can't really do Ben Shapiro because he talks so fast.
Yeah, his brain works so
I
quickly.
think he speeds him up a little bit when he edits it, when he does Ben Shapiro.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That makes sense. So, of course, he's, this whole thing's televised and he's going after her because of that 2018 op-ed piece in the Washington Post, which she refers to herself as a public figure representing domestic abuse. And he goes, not so fast. So he continued to deny that he ever hit her and accused her of hitting him, throwing things at him, including paint cans, vodka bottles. Jurors heard lots of audio clips.
You couldn't hurt Johnny Depp if you threw something at him. Because he's dressed like the Michelin Man.
I think his finger came off from it, though, right?
Technically, he lost part of
Well,
the
you
finger.
got to catch him right.
Right.
You got to catch him like flush in the bridge of the nose.
Right.
Because
She tried.
He's got 9 scarves on. He's got the hat. He's got 3 sweaters. Like
a big, long mane now.
You're not
a
going to put a
goatee.
dent in him.
Yeah,
You're
a lot of drunks walk away from car accidents unscathed because their bodies are relaxed
That's
when
right.
the impact happens.
Yeah,
That's why you're supposed to be pushed out of a burning building instead of jump.
Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Because psychologically, I've heard it's supposed to relax you, then you tense up and jump out of window.
I feel like I'd tense up on the way down
I
if
would
I was
too.
suddenly pushed.
I would too.
Yeah, maybe it's just a mysis.
Stay loose, stay loose, stay loose.
So I have some audio clips for you. This one, very famous now. People are posting it all the time. The jurors heard a lot, and we all heard a lot. But this one, where where Heard is taunting him and suggests no one will believe him or respect him if he speaks out as a domestic violence sort of survivor. So here's that clip with him in the witness stand.
I had a can of mineral spirits thrown at my nose.
You can please tell people that it was a fair fight and see what the jury and judge think. Tell the world, Johnny. Tell them, Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence, and
yes.
It's a fair fight. And see how many people believe or side with you.
It doesn't matter if it's a fair fight. My ass.
Exactly, because you're.
Mr. Depp, when did you have what did you say in response when Miss Heard said, tell the world, Johnny, tell them Johnny Depp, Johnny Depp, a man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence?
I said yes. I am.
I have nothing further, Your Honor.
Yes, and that's
Can
why,
of mineral spirits?
Yeah, I had to look up what mineral spirits were. It's like an alternative to paint thinner.
Devil's mineral spirits.
It's alcohol?
It's like, it's not quite rubbing alcohol. It's not quite paint thinner. It's not quite lacquer thinner. It's not quite acetone. I used to work in the business,
What drink do you make with it?
Take off nail polish?
No, you'd only use it to, take off
Like
nail polish or remove
maybe that's what
some
it was.
crayon marks from the hardwood floor or something like that.
Yeah, I had to look it up. And then there's been a lot of bizarre moments. This is right out of a sitcom. One of the other crazy moments is when Amber Heard's attorney objected to his own question. The whole thing is funny, but here's just that part. And he's talking to a guy, a very sort of regal, dapper Englishman who's like a professional, like butler house manager.
What state is this taking
Virginia.
place in? Okay. Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
You didn't know what could cause damage to Mr. Depp's hand while you were there on March 8th, correct?
Dr. Kipper told me he'd sustained an injury on one of his fingers.
Objection, hearsay. Okay, you said
I didn't think it was that fast.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
He hearsayed himself. Yeah, I've talked to Mark Garagos about this multiple times. He doesn't know what the fuck is going on. He's like, I have no idea why they're even doing this.
I'm surprised because I don't know. I mean, I'm for justice. I don't care if it's male or female, whatever.
I disagree, but continue.
Okay, so I like that he's going to be looked at as a pioneer, as a trailblazer for men's rights, men's being victimized and domestically abused and not being super humiliated to the point where a woman who's possibly, I don't know, bipolar or has some sort of issue or whatever continues to be an abuser.
Okay.
Without taking any responsibility.
Also, slow talkers are being represented.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's right.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I like that he's bringing this in. Like, if hot, leading man Johnny Depp can get abused, who can't?
That glorious head of hair.
I know.
Because it's defamation, right? Because she basically
She said she
defamed-
was a domestic abuse survivor.
Oh.
from him.
What I was saying to Mark is that she was with Elon Musk. Remember that guy? He's never in the news anymore.
I don't know what happened to
But he kind of fell off the
Yeah.
globe. But she was also with him in that same time period. So when she's saying in 2018, I am a survivor of domestic abuse, she could also be talking about Elon Musk because she didn't mention anyone's name. So Mark's thing is like, you didn't bring up your name, Johnny Depp. You really don't have a case here.
Well, the other interesting thing that's come out of this is
Oh, Chris just wrote something. Elon bought her.
Oh,
for $42 billion.
Considerably less.
Oh,
right?
my God.
He literally just
Purchased.
purchased her.
I didn't realize
Oh, yeah.
that. I didn't
you can
realize
do that.
Oh, yeah.
If you've heard of the cosmetic line Milani in the last couple days, it's because of the case. Because part of their big whatever her attorney was selling was she got very familiar with how to use this Milani cosmetic concealer palette to cover up bruises and cuts. And Milani, this palette you see here, this is how she covered. She knew. And then Milani, the corporation, came out and said, we didn't make that until a year after she got divorced.
Oh.
Was she trying to get branding on her?
Who knows? Yeah, use it for this, ladies.
Yeah.
But that product didn't exist.
He was wearing that Golden Palace T-shirt I noticed a couple days ago, too. So maybe this is all just a ruse.
It's like Star Jones's wedding.
Oh, yeah. Look it up. Google that shit.
Google it.
Oh, my
I mean,
God.
Think about selling this shit. Like, okay, let's just put on our conspiracy theory hats here.
Is that even conspiracy? I think that's openly done.
You're going to get a lot of eyeballs.
Yeah.
It's going to be in the news.
Right.
You can, obviously, you're going to bring up things. He had this brand or this can or this item or this piece of cosmetics or whatever. I was using my iPhone 10 when she threw the can of
that's the future. That's a
box
great
of
idea.
Entenmann donuts, delicious, savory, chocolate covered.
Melts in your
I was
mouth.
most sad that those delicious donuts were wasted.
Right.
Yeah.
At that point, Domino's had just showed up with the Chub Pack, with the breadsticks and the cheese filled.
The delivery guy had to take the stand.
I mean, he's wearing his Domino's jersey. You just start farming this thing out.
Good.
That's smart.
Lots of eyeballs.
Yeah.
I feel that's a weird prediction that is definitely happening now, if not soon, like pretty soon.
Someone better get on this shit.
Yeah.
Do you
Before it's
think?
too late.
Do you remember her?
Well, think about professional soccer players' jerseys from the 70s. And it had the fucking number was on it. That's all. Now they're covered with Mercedes-Benz and ping golf balls and stuff, right?
Why not the trial of the century?
Yeah, why not the trial?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, look what OJ did for Bruno Mali.
Or for isotoners.
And isotoners.
They didn't even fit him well. People are like,
right.
I want those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're good enough for him.
Do you remember her thing? I remember my ex-girlfriend who used to be on her side. I remember this when it first came out. It was during Me Too. And I remember Stanhope had already written that whole thing of about how she sucks. And I believe Stanhope.
Does he know him? Does he know Johnny Depp?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
So, but she goes, no, she's not even taking the money. It's like $7 million. She's giving it all to this children's charity.
Correct.
And now I'm sure she doesn't think that now because it turns out Amber just never gave them. She announced it to
That
the
is
Me Too.
correct.
And so there's all these letters from this
That
charity.
she was giving the money to the charity.
She just kept it, didn't give him shit. So the hilarious letters like, oh, do you have that $7 million for the kids?
Hey, how's it going?
A lot of kids are dying from the.
Some of these kids are so poor they have to eat tuna fish for lunch. That 7 would go a long way toward a peanut butter and jelly.
We're gonna have to charge people to see it. You normally don't have to see it.
That's right.
We're gonna have deviled ham.
That's right. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, devil me ham. I can't believe.
Yeah. I've thoughts about that trial.